Monday. Coach Pierre here. I'm trying to see how Facebook behaves because it's not behaving. So let's try to get in here. But tip top of the day to you, North Carolina. Coach Pierre here. Hold on one second. Let me just make sure I get my stuff. I wanted to come on early to make sure that because Facebook can be a jerk sometimes. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like it, but some days it's just like what? Well, anyway, tip top of the day to you, Coach Pierre here, and it's another beautiful Monday. By God's grace, I pray that all is well with you and your family wherever you guys are coming in from. It's interesting times that we are in our country, and it seems like we're fighting one battle and go into the next, and it's a little bit difficult, but I pray that where you are that you're safe and that your family is safe and you guys are doing well. So I am here today on your Mobile Mondays. I want you to do me a favor. Hey Rachel, I want you guys to do me a favor. If you're watching right now, I want to show some love to you. So just go ahead and put your name right there in the comments. Let me know what city that you're watching from, and I can just shout you out. This would be like your 2 second of fame. I'll just give you some hey, what's up? So So again, it's just a pleasure to be here. And today we're going to be talking about social media risk management. So while we are giving folks just about 2 more seconds, because I don't want to punish the early and reward the late, right? It's 1 o'clock. We're gonna get, I teach my team all the time. You're on time if you're 10 minutes early. You're late if you're on time. So, we're gonna start on time today. We're gonna dive right in. So if you're just jumping in right now, just go ahead and put your name right there in the comments. Let me know what city that you're coming from over there in North Carolina. Let me show you some love and appreciate you. So Burlington, Rachel from Burlington, appreciate you there. I love North Carolina. Just like the Jamie Lynn from Wilmington, love it. You guys gonna have to take care of me. Lori Howard from Winston-Salem, that sounds familiar. I was over there a couple of times last year before the pandemic. And my wife and I, we absolutely love it. We were in Charlotte. Yeah, we were in Charlotte, in Ballantyne, and we love it over there. And we're looking at some houses. So who knows, man? We might be coming down there and being like some North Carolinas like you guys. So hello from Greensboro, Raquel. Love it, Raquel. Tell you, Lorraine Walker. I didn't mention your name, Lorraine Walker. God bless you, Jamie Lynn. Happy that you're here. Oh man. Can't wait to come down there and see you guys sometime soon. So let's kind of dive right in. We're going to be coming in kind of hard and heavy today. I'm going to be dropping some great content for you guys. If you have questions, drop it in because I'm going to be looking at some notes. And if you have some questions, let me know in the comments and I'll come back to it because I have some things that I'm watching here and I'm doing at the same time. So let me just go ahead and set my screen up for success. 1 second. And do that. I think we're good now. Let's do this. Let's dive right in. So we're talking about social media risk management. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ifoma Pierre, and I'm coming out of Queens, New York. I'm a Queens boy. I've been here for pretty much the majority of my life. I grew up in Trinidad, and then I moved over to Queens, and it's here I've been for a very, very, very long time. I'm a real estate broker going on 15 years. I'm a certified real estate speaker, trainer, and coach for the John Maxwell team. My wife and I, we founded a company called Gem Coaching and Consulting where we teach real estate agents how to become better marketers. And I'm also an instructor for the New York State Association of Realtors, and I teach some of the NAR designations. So that's enough about me. Let's talk about you. I'm here today to talk about social media risk management. And here's some things I have some takeaway for you. Here's the deal. As a real estate agent, you run a business. I need you to understand that. When I coach my agents, I let them know you didn't get a job. You started a business. And like all businesses, at some point in time, at some point in time, you're going to run into some type of a risk. You're going to run into some type of a challenge, right? And the world that we're living in now, it's very small. Would you agree the world is very small? It's very small. Social media made everything quickly. Like you could sit here and you can see what's going on in the other part of the world. There was a time where back in the day where, news had to take a long time to get to you. Well, news can get to you in a couple of seconds. You guys agree with that, right? So it's real important that you understand that. Jennifer coming in from Cobblestone Wood in Raleigh. Love that. Thank you, Jennifer, for jumping in. So understand this, guys. The world that we live in is very small, and because of social media. So one mistake can cost you everything in your real estate career. And that's what we're talking about today. With social media and with things in the way that it is now, with some of the new fair housing changes and some things that are happening, if real estate is all that you do, if you're looking at me right now and this is all you do, just type in the comments, this is all I do. Because some people, they have a second job, and if you have a second job and you have money coming in from somewhere else, then great. But if this is all you do, you don't have room for error. You don't have room to be tied up in some type of litigation. You don't have room to have your license taken away from you. If this is what you do to take care of your family, for me, this is all I do. So for me, I got to make sure that I understand the risk when it comes to being a real estate agent on social media. So we have to play by the rules. So some of those rules are, not posting details of offers that are submitted. Like, I see agents, they get excited, they put a house on the market, and then they say, oh, offer submitted, no more showings or whatever, and, sold in 2 days or 3 days. Well, yeah, the problem with that is that that's not representing the seller properly, because you're supposed to be showing this house and marketing this property all the way up to closing, because no one knows what can happen, number one. And number two, the owner, could get more money. So you want to make sure that you're not putting things out there that can hurt your client. So always remember, the client is first. Client is first, not your marketing, not all of your stuff, not all of the cloud. Your client is first. So always remember that. Not accidentally letting the general public know that your seller is on vacation or has vacated the home. I see agents do this all the time. Oh, house is empty, vacant, ready to go. We can show, Hey, that's not a feature of the property that the house is vacant, okay? That's just you being able to get access to it. But posting that stuff and saying that the seller is motivated, I see that too a lot of times. Oh, the seller is motivated, ready to go. Seller's motivated, ready to go. Hey, you got to be careful, because if you're not representing your seller properly and you're doing things that can hurt them in the offer. Hey, Amber, see you just coming in there. So making sure, right, friends, making sure that you're not hurting your sellers. So let's move on. Now, here's another one. I have another one here for you. Like, for instance, I see agents do this all the time. They say, oh, beautiful home. And you guys have some beautiful homes in North Carolina, by the way. I know, because I was there. And I love a lot of your homes. And what you can get for it, oh my gosh, it's amazing, But posting something like, oh, beautiful home, perfect for a tennis court. Okay, that's cool. But make sure that you measured that it's at least 60 feet by 120 feet, which is the size of a tennis court. Make sure you went out there and you measured that bad boy. Because if you didn't, and somebody who plays tennis comes in and they can't get that in, well, here's what you said. Okay, so refrain from posting things that you're not 100% accurate on. It's very easy to do this stuff on social media. And here's the thing. It lives on there forever. Things are shared quickly. Things are downloaded quickly. So you have to make sure that whatever you're putting out there, you can stand by it. I see agents do this. If you suggest beautiful home with ocean view, if you add a second story. Okay, but do you know that? Make sure that you work with a contractor and you know what the zoning laws are. Because if you say that they can put on I see agents do this all the time. Beautiful home. If you add a second story, perfect for whatever. You don't know this. Unless you're a licensed contractor and you know this, don't say these things or put these things out on social media, because what's going to happen, it's going to come back and bite you. So be kind of careful on that, right? Or here's another one. Don't refer to beautiful home this beautiful gem on a quiet street, but it overlooks that. I stay away from saying quiet streets, to be honest with you. I really do, because sometimes quiet is relative, right? You look, whenever you go, yeah, it's quiet at the time that you go. You don't live there. The owner says, yeah, it's quiet. Well, what if they're the one making the noise? Then it's quiet to them, but it's not quiet to the neighbors. So I kind of stay away from things like, beautiful gem in this quiet street. I don't do that. Neighborhoods sometimes change a little bit, so kind of be careful on that, okay? Here's another one. This property is close to a fabulous school. Hey, what school are you talking about? Well, it's close to this fabulous school. Now, it might be fabulous to you, but not to the person coming in. So you could talk about, that if it's an award-winning school district, but don't talk about a specific a school, like this school is great or that school is great. The school district is great, won many awards, and that's cool. You could talk about that, but be very careful of what you tie yourself into when you're trying to sell your property or you're trying to market online. Okay, I really, really impress upon you as a coach, as a marketing coach who have coached quite a few agents. I help them understand. Don't just get excited and put what comes to your mind, because it's so easy to pick your phone up and just start typing. You guys with me? And then you realize if you put something out there that now all of a sudden you're in trouble. Here's another one. One of the safest streets in the area. See it all the time. Don't do these things, okay? Remember, you have to manage risk. You have to get in front of it. You have to play by the rules. Here's another one. Close walk to synagogues. Or right in a beautiful area of a mosque or beautiful Christian churches. Hey, watch it. Okay? Focus on the house. Because here's what's going to happen. The buyers are going to do their research on the community, and you could give them great resources using RPR and some of the other public sites that they can go to do their research of the community and the crime, and they can go to the local precincts to get data on the crime and stuff like that. Refer them to those things. Your job is just to talk about the house and the benefits that the house brings, and the square footage, and the bedrooms, and the baths, and the den, and the chef-style kitchen, the installated walls, and the brand new roof. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that you want to talk about. You want to talk about the house. Be very careful as you begin to go outside of the house, because one time shut you down. Okay, I hope this is, if you're still watching me right now, because I know some of you are popping in, just make sure I'm not here talking to myself. Just type right in the comments. Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Right? Make sure I'm not here by myself. Okay. Right. So here's another one too. Great for family with young kids. You got to be up on your fair housing, friends. Okay. Do not do things that could come back and they can haunt you. Okay. So I appreciate you guys. So let's go down here. Now, effective property marketing is all about highlighting the property features. That's what I was talking to you about just now. But you need to provide realistic representation of the property to prospective buyers. Avoid too much touching up of your photographs or over exaggerating the property features. Like, for instance, if you say that this is a chef, thank you, Lauren. I want to make sure I wasn't here by myself. Appreciate. If I had a gift, I'll give it to you. Thank you, Rachel. Woo! You guys had me over here sweating. I thought nobody was agreeing with me. So where was I? Yeah, don't over exaggerate the property features, right? Don't over exaggerate the property features. What are you talking about, coach? Well, all right. You go in and you say something like, this is a grand living room. But when I come in, I can't fit me a sectional. That's a problem. Or chef-style kitchen. Where the chef-style kitchen at? Perfect for the chef in you. It's a small kitchen, right? So kind of be very careful of how you position your properties and the things that you say. Remember, all it takes is one mistake. Okay? If you hear anything from me today, You hear that all it takes is one mistake and you can get shut down. And right now there's this thing on us. There's this really microscope on real estate agents, and we need to be very careful of what we do. So let me close off here with a few things, a few big hitters here. So the first thing I want to make sure that you guys always go and look at Article 12A of our Code of Ethics as realtors. And here's what it says. It says that realtors shall be honest and truthful in their real estate communications and shall present a true picture in their advertising, marketing, and other representation. Realtors shall ensure that their status as a real estate professional is readily apparent in their advertising, marketing, and other representations, and that the recipients of all real estate communications are or have been notified that those communications are from a real estate professional. So I'm going to break this down for you, and then I'll let you guys go today on this beautiful day. Number one, you know, they say that if you're marketing, how many of you have Facebook business pages? Okay, a lot of people have Facebook business pages, okay? Here's the thing. They've taught you that you have to have what you call Facebook unbranded pages, which is cool. So like, for instance, lifestyle in Greensboro, North Carolina. Homes for sale in Greensboro, North Carolina. That's a business page. Here's what Article 12 is talking about. It has to be clear and conspicuous that this page is being run by Ifoma Pierre of such and such real estate company. When someone lands on that page, either it's on the page or it has to be in the about you. They can't be searching around to see who runs the page. Because here's the problem. You start promoting that page, people in Greensboro start, liking the page and sharing and putting things on that page and whatnot. And then all of a sudden you hear somebody whisper that they want to sell. You sneak up on them and you try to solicit for the listing. That's not cool. It's not cool. So it's good to have a community page, but do it for the benefit of the community. Yeah, you're going to get some business out of it, but that's not your main reason, right? It shouldn't be, right? You should be that you just want to bring value to the community and you want to be the go-to expert. So, yeah. Second, when you run ads to a landing page, you cannot mislead the consumer or bait and switch, and they must be able to see that it's being run by a real estate agent. So, for instance, if you run a lead magnet ad on Facebook and you run it to a landing page, and the landing page is generic, when they get to that page, it must be on the bottom, it must be somewhere not hidden, that they can see this page is run by Ifoma Pierre, this page is run by Lorraine, or this page is run by Amber of such and such real estate. The consumer has to know what they're getting into. Okay, you can't bait and switch them. Don't do that kind of stuff, because that kind of stuff will come back to haunt you. Here's a big one. This is a big one for you. Coming soon. A lot of agents are getting listings and they're putting out this. I see agents when they get a new listing, they go over to the listing and they do a live video at the listing and be like, hey, look at this baby. Coming soon. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's going to be great, this, that, and all that cool stuff. But then that listing doesn't come out till a week later. According to Article 12, according to our rules is that you have 1 business day from the day that the listing is written in ink to put it into the MLS. So you can't be doing no coming soon videos, and then a week later we're now seeing it popping up on the MLS, but it's pending because you found the buyer. No sneaky stuff, no peekaboos anymore, okay? You get the listing, you sign it up today. The minute that you begin to talk about that listing online, if you say it's not ready to show yet, let's say you take the listing today, but it's not ready to show until the 9th, but you go on social media, brand new listing, not showing until the 9th, but it's not in the MLS, you can't do that, okay? So you want to make sure and be very careful of those coming soon listings, because again, you get in violation, it can come back to hurt you. I got 2 more for you. This is a big one now. Posting other agents' listings from your website that links back to your site. This is a big deal. If you go to to Article 12 and you look at some of the cases, you'll see that a lot of agents were fined for this. And I'll give you an example. An agent developed his website. He got his IDX feed. All the listings came to his website. And then they usually give you these little social icons that said, post to social media. So you got all of the listings of all your competitors, but it's on your website. So you'll say, well, great, I hit, share to Facebook. And then you share it to Facebook, and it would say somewhere that this listing was provided courtesy of XYZ, courtesy of Amber, or courtesy of Jennifer, right? This listing was provided like that. And what would happen is that when you do that, without the agent's permission, you are in violation. You have to get written permission to just click the share button onto social media now. So don't go clicking and sharing the listings that leads back to your site for the purpose of you generating the lead. You have to be very careful of that, right? So just make sure that you guys do that. And last but not least, brokers, you need to make sure that you have a risk management protocol in your office. That is critical. Okay, if brokers, if managers, if you're watching right now, I recommend that each broker have what we call like a marketing manager in your office. Okay, and what they do is they watch everything. They every one of your agents, you gotta follow them and wherever they are. You gotta put up Google alerts to make sure that whenever they post something that has your company name in it, that you get an alert on it. Because here's the thing. If the agent messes up, it still comes back to you, the broker. So this social media stuff, you need to make sure that you, the broker, you, the manager, stay on top of it, because you are going to be guilty, not just by association. You're the boss. You're the ones that are really, they're going to come after. You're the ones, brokers, with the deep pockets. So make sure that you have like a social media manager, somebody that oversees and looks at every single thing that your agents are doing and that they're posting, so that you guys are staying compliant. Okay, so that's it for me. I pray that this was of some value to you. I'm happy to be here. I'm going to be, I know that you guys have your 2020 Region 4 conference coming up in October. It's coming up in October, and I'm excited, and I'm going to be one of your speakers there, and I'm going to be talking about two different things. One, I'm going to be talking about Agent Extinct, how to stay relevant in the changing real estate market. And then two, I'm going to be talking about think like a marketer, sell like an agent. And these two particular programs are going to be there to help you guys navigate through these difficult times. Like, let's just be honest. It's really tough right now. But I'm going to give you some tools and some strategies coming in October on how you guys can navigate through this storm and not only just survive, but thrive. Succeed, be excellent. All right, so I'm looking forward to that. Again, my name is Ifoma Pierre. I'm very active on social media. You can find me on Instagram at ifomapierre.com. And if you guys are here and you're watching, just drop your Instagram in there and I'll make sure and follow you. And if you have any questions or anything at all that you want to talk about this topic or anything, just hit me up on Instagram. I'm very active on there. I'll answer your questions. You'll be surprised. And so again, it's my pleasure to be here. Those of you that stayed the whole time, thank you. I appreciate you. Give yourself a big round of applause. And those of you that are watching the replay, I missed you, but I still do love you. Be careful on social media. Watch what you do. Don't just do it because it's easy. Do the right thing. All right? Until that, I don't know if you have any questions for me. You can just drop them in the comments if you have any questions right now. Those of you, Rachel says, can't wait to see you during the 20th. I can't wait too. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to fly again. I'm so excited to leave this house and just spread my wings and come over there and just love on you guys and just have an amazing time. So thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate all of you guys that were on here today. Jennifer, Raquel, Jamie. Appreciate you guys, and I can't wait to see you in person. So if there's no questions, I love you. God bless you. Stay safe with you and your family. Until next time, Coach Pierre, I'm out. Bye.